Spurgeon here with RevZilla TV to talk to you today about the Givi V35 Monokey pannier systems available at RevZilla.com. So if you're watching this video, the time has come where you're ready to add hard luggage to your motorcycle, and Givi is a great option for that. The V35s have a nice, sleek design. They're a great sport touring case. Now, before you go any further, before you get too excited about these, you need to figure out if they will fit on your motorcycle. So you need to make sure that you can actually get the PLX or the PLXR racks for your bike. The Givi V35s will not fit with a regular Monokey rack, despite the fact that Monokey is in the name. So you need to start with the bike finder on our website. You need to go through there, type in your bike's information, and make sure that the PLX or the PLXR rack will work with your bike. You can notice they have a little bit of a different curvature to them than the regular Monokey racks, and that's going to become essential to mounting this onto your motorcycle. As long as these racks will fit with your bike, you've got nothing to worry about. You can get this on your bike and install for these. It's going to be a 1 out of 3 on our BSD, our Beard Scale of Difficulty for installation. You're looking at about a half an hour to an hour to get the racks installed, depending on your bike. And once the racks are installed in your bike, the case literally goes on with the push of a button in a matter of seconds. We'll talk more about installation at the end, but for right now, let's jump in and talk about what sets the V35 apart from other cases in Givi's lineup. So Givi has been manufacturing motorcycle luggage for over 35 years. They're an Italian-based company, and their name is synonymous with quality. They develop luggage from OEM to aftermarket, and they really do a great job of keeping your gear safe when you're out on the road. So the V35s are a nice, stylish sport touring option. The first thing you're going to want to know is whether or not I can fit a full face helmet in these. I don't know why this is the first question as motorcyclists we ask when determining luggage, but you can. I was able to fit my extra large Orion here. It was a very tight fit, so keep that in mind. If you have a really big head and you're bigger than an extra large, you might not be able to fit your helmet in one of these bags. But anything smaller than that, you should be okay. So let's actually talk about the construction first and foremost. Just like the regular Monokey cases in Givi's lineup, this is going to be a double wall plastic, and you see it on the bag on my left-hand side that I have opened up. So Givi's going to give you a nice elasticated strap that's going to allow you to partition your saddlebag. So when you open this up on the bike, if you have gear stored in here, it's not going to just fall out. The other thing they've done is they've actually double-lined the straps that hold the outer door on. I like this because I've seen this fail in other manufacturers. The last thing you want to do is have your bags on there, you open it up, and all of a sudden the door swings down and smashes on the ground, and now you've got a big scuffed up panel on your really nice saddlebag. So the fact that they've actually given you these double straps, nice upgrade. Again, this is going to be a nice weatherproof construction. If you are really concerned about adding some extra protection to this, you can get a bag liner for this, and you can put all your gear in the bag, and then just take the bag out when you get to your destination. For those of you that want to simply take off your entire saddlebag, take it in with you at night, let's talk about how this opens. So I'm going to grab the bag on my right-hand side, and I'm going to flip it down to show you. You have one single key to actually operate this bag, and you've got 2 red buttons. The button on the top, you simply push it, and you have a safety latch. That safety latch is going to keep the top lid from opening up until you actually press it down. Once you press it down, you're going to be able to open up the actual container. This is just extra safety mechanisms to make sure that everything doesn't tumble out before you want it to. Simply press that down, push it back down, and now you're locked into place. You can open and close the bag without removing it from the bike. If you do want to remove it from the bike, again, make sure your key is in the open position and simply push the back red button. It activates a latch, and the whole bag slides off of the racking system in a matter of seconds. It's really that easy to get this bag on and off your bike. The last thing I want to mention on this is that you are going to have this lighting system. Now, there's nothing in this. This is just a reflector. Add more makes a kit. So for those of you out there that want the maximum amount of visibility, you can get a kit for this that allows this to operate as a turn signal as well as a brake light, just giving you the maximum amount of visibility on the back of your bike. Just a nice upgrade that you can make once you install these on your motorcycle. There's also going to be some colored panels you can get, silver or black, so if you do have some color options, you can throw that in there. And there is a Tech series, which is going to give you a smoked out lens instead of a red lens. So just some extra options you can think about when you're picking the luggage that you want to configure to your motorcycle. Now, like we talked about in the beginning, when we talk about installation for this, the first step is figuring out whether or not the racking system is going to fit on your bike. Install, it's going to be a 1 out of 3 on our BSD, our Beard Scale of Difficulty for installation. Getting these racks installed on your bike, it's not a heavy lift. Again, you need the PLX or the PLXR racks in order to get these on your bike. I can't say that enough. They will not fit with the regular Monokey racking systems. So install for this, I had it on a bike in about a half an hour to an hour. It depends on which bike you're installing it on. But again, getting a Givi rack on your bike isn't that heavy of a lift. Their instructions can be a little bit vague, so that's a nitpick. I think their instructions could be a little bit clearer, but for the most part, you'll be able to figure it out. Now, we've been talking about these racking systems. The one thing the PLXR is going to give you, it stands for rapid release. For those of you out there that are only using your bags maybe once or twice a year and you don't want the rack on your motorcycle the rest of the time, you want to consider the R version of the PLX. It allows you to take the rack off in a matter of minutes, and it's going to give you that nice clean look of your bike without the racks on the side. For those of you that are going to keep these bags on there all the time, you don't need to worry about that. So you can go ahead and just get the regular PLX racks. All in all, I think Givi did a great job with these bags. I think they look great. My biggest nitpick is that there's not enough applications. There's guys out there with speed triples, with Honda CB1000Rs that want to turn their upright position sport bikes into sport touring bikes, and these bags would be a great alternative for them. I would love to see Givi come out with wider ranging applications for the racking systems. Now, there's a lot of guys out there using Givi products. If you want to hear more about what they have to say, do me a favor, click below. Read other riders' opinions about the Givi luggage they have on their motorcycles. If you have more questions for us, never hesitate, get in the phone, give us a call, 877-792-9455, or simply type us out an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for the look at the Givi V35. I'm Spurgeon. Enjoy the ride.